conducting meetings wherein we come up with experimental patterns of debating styles. We throw some random challenges in front of our audience and participants, and we expect that once we get into the cycle of learning and adapting to these varying debating formats, we learn various competencies. Today, we are back after 2 weeks, and we had taken a break last week to ideate some more new debating formats, and we are back today on the just before the occasion of Valentine's Day. So today is the pre-Valentine's Day, so we thought why not celebrate the feeling of Valentine's the day before. So with all the love, we are here with the Valentine's debate, a debate that focuses. If you might have seen the promotion that I've shared with all of you, it focuses upon emotions, it focuses upon understandings, and it focuses upon understanding your differences. And once you do that, and once you learn how to put forward your argument and how to be that person who can communicate, definitely you turn out to be awesome. Today, I have with me Wurzkreger Shivani, who is going to be our debate moderator, and she's going to take on the lead and conduct today's debate. We have a total of 2 topics, and we are expecting to pair up people and have them go against each other for the topics. I see very few participants, which is a very good thing for the organizers, because we get a chance to participate and put ourselves into the ground and practice our own debating skills. So with that note, I welcome everyone to this amazing debate, and let us see what's in store for us. So to proceed ahead, let me call upon screen the debate moderator for today, Wurzkreger Shivani.
Thank you, Ether. Hi, everyone. So today we are gonna have the 7th meeting of Wurzkreg, and the theme for today is Valentine's Day debate. So see, Valentine's Day is mostly associated with a lovely box of chocolate, a movie date, or something that has the element of romance in it. But always having a healthy conversation or having a healthy debate or any discussion, that can lead to difference of opinion is avoided amongst, the loved ones. So we are gonna overcome that, because as much as the element of romance and love is important in a relationship, so is communication and the acceptance of the difference of opinions. So with Wurzkreg, you all are gonna be experiencing that today. So with that note, I'm gonna share my screen and stop my video presentation, because network will kind of hamper my smooth audio and presentation. So I'll stop my video now. I'll share my screen. Just give me a quick confirmation.
Sure.
Yeah, can you see my screen?
Yes, we can see your screen now.
Okay.
I see some guests joining in. Hi, welcome everyone, and welcome to the Valentine's debate. Our moderator is presenting the rules for today's debate, and will be clarifying what is going to happen. So welcome again to Wurzkreg.
Yeah. So there we go. I welcome you all to the Valentine's debate by Wurzkreg today. And let me quickly lay down the speaking format and the rules so that we can get started. So that's the speaking format. We have kept it simple and classic. So it's the classic debate style format that we will be following, wherein the opening statement by each team will be given for 2 minutes. And then there'll be a rebuttal among the 2 teams for 8 long minutes. And the conclusion will be again given for 2 minutes. So I think the speaking format is pretty simple and familiar to all of us. So I'll now explain the competencies of having this debate. So like I already said, you learn to have healthy debates with your loved ones instead of avoiding them, okay? And then you will learn to accept and embrace the difference of opinion. Okay, so because at the end of the day, it all boils down to how well you accept and understand your partner, okay, more than what kind of opinions your partner holds. So since it all boils down to acceptance and understanding, so with these two competencies in mind, we are going to carry forward the debate for today. So I'm going to present the topics now, but before I present the topics, can I have quick nominations? Who is interested in taking up the first topic? Or okay, let me just do it this way. I'm going to present the topic and then you tell, we can raise the nominations. Okay. So the first topic for today is expression of love then and now. So that's the first topic for today. So whoever is interested can drop your names on the chat window.
Come on, audience, go ahead. This is the point where you tell us that do you want to have a debate over this? Need not worry if you're not understanding it right away. We will have one of our team members come in and give you a short informative of around 2 minutes around the topic so that it helps you understand what you will be addressing as a part of your debate. Okay, so please nominate yourself if you're interested into going ahead and debating on this topic, that is expression of love then and now. Do I see any volunteers? Okay. Shubham, I hope you're ready with the informative. Awesome. So let's do it this way. I think there is quite a dilemma in everyone's mind right now. What are they going to speak or address about? Because it does not directly look like a debating topic. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let Shubham lay down the informative, and then Shivani, I think we can ask the people to nominate themselves. Would that be fine?
Yes, definitely.
So since I have the permission from the moderator, help me welcome on screen Shubham Nagpal, Words Kreger Shubham Nagpal, to lay down the informative for the first expression of love, then and now.
So good morning, everyone. So here I present the topic, expression of love, then and now. So I want to just mention that how the relationships changed over time, how the expression of love changed over time. So in earlier days, how the people represent their expressions towards their love, towards their wife, towards their someone they love. Now, and how today it's changed, or I should say, so kind of today's relationship, which usually doesn't work for more than a year, and it's now nowadays you can say just for the sake of recognition and the society, like, yeah, I'm in relationship, I'm in committed. So this kind of changes how this expression of love changed from then and now. So many people are not able to means they are not exactly in love nowadays, but yeah, they're in relationship. So they are more towards open minded now, less than rather than earlier days. So I want everyone to put forward their views on that. Yeah, that's the basic introduction for the topic. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Shubham, for that wonderful informative. So I hope the participants have got have gotten an idea of how to take this forward. So can we have some nominations now from the guests, especially? Okay, am I audible? Because I see a poor network notification here. Okay. Okay, thank you, Prachi. So yes, nominations. Who is interested to take this topic up? Okay, let me just get the participants list. Okay, Aishwarya, would you like to give it a try?
Guys, bug up, participate.
Just a second. Sorry, I just missed on the person who just spoke. Was that Habib?
Can I go?
I can also participate, Shaganti, because I just confirmed that participating in 2 topics is allowed, and I really wanted to participate in the second
Gotcha.
topic. That is why I was not nominating for this one. So I hope I can participate in 2 topics.
Yeah. It all depends upon the
Okay.
nominations. If we have good nominations, that's when we would like to give the opportunity to new people. But if the nominations are limited, you do get an opportunity to participate in 2 topics. So that's fine, Prachi. You can go ahead with that. And also, you can call me Shivani. The username, my Infosys username, makes it look complicated.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just Shivani.
Shashmi.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, no problem at all. So yeah, we have Prachi, and who would like to go against Prachi for this topic?
So in the meantime, can you please repeat what am I supposed to speak, as in how people used to express their love in the older times versus now?
Yes. So what we'll do is once we select the volunteers, right? We'll let you know what side who will be speaking and who will go first by the toss of a coin.
Right.
So yeah, that's on the way. I'm just waiting for others to pitch in. Zeba, would you like to give it a try? Yogita is here. Hi, Yogita. Are you joining with your husband? I'd ask Yogita to get along with her husband as well. No? Are Yogita, I was expecting her husband to be here. Okay. Who would like to go? Sweetie, wanna give it a try?
Sure, Azhar.
Awesome. We have Sweetie, we have Prachi.
Okay.
Shall we pair it up? Because I don't see any male representation here, and that's gonna be sad for me.
Yeah.
Habib?
Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible, Sweetie. Yep. Oh, Yogita, was that Yogita?
This is Yogita.
Yes, Yogita, you're audible. You want to go for this topic?
If you have enough nominations for this topic, then I'd like to participate in the second one.
Yeah, we will give you the second one as well. I know. So
Okay,
Shubham
then
is also
I would
here.
like to go for this topic.
Yogita will go for the second. Okay. Fine then. So
Yeah.
Shubham, would you like to take it up? I want some male representation. Habib, are you
We
there?
have
Unmute yourself.
Habib also, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just trying to reach out to him, but he's not able to speak.
I can hear. I'm waiting for the second one.
Oh, yes, Habib is here. Lovely. So Habib, would you like to speak on this?
Going for the second one. And this
Alright,
one,
we'll go for both of them. Don't worry.
Yeah,
I'll give
you
you
can
both of them.
I'm not able to make up some points. It's just in my head. The movie Love Aajkal is playing, but I'm not able to debate. in
Okay,
both
okay.
them.
Lovely. I like the perspective. Okay. So how about me and Shubham going in? Shall we, Shubham? Unmute yourself, Shubham.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go in. Yeah. That's what happens when you don't have enough participants. The organizers start bullying around. So first, okay. So it won't be interesting if you have. Should we go for boys versus girls? What say? Like ladies versus gentlemen? Not so gentlemen. Yeah.
Ladies versus men. Ladies versus Ricky Bell. It sounds more like ladies versus Ricky Bell.
Ricky Bell. True. So let's do that, right?
Love this
Shubham,
now.
we will take one side and then. Yeah, Habib, you were saying
Ladies
something.
versus-
Pardon?
Ladies versus Ricky Bell is the love in now.
That's true. Okay, so I'm gonna share my screen for the toss of coin. Since always this has been the tradition across ages, so ladies go first. I'm gonna share my screen and ask you guys to choose for a side of a
Can we
coin.
edit
So
the process one second?
ready? Yeah. So
Hello?
this is going to be to choose the side of the topic.
Yeah,
Okay, who
Yogit
goes
is
first?
saying something. Azhar,
Yes, yes.
I think someone is saying something. Hello.
Okay.
Could you just repeat the process or means like how it is going to be? I think I missed that.
Huh, yeah, sure. Shivani will be doing that. She'll tell the entire format again.
Sure, thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So I would like to give the privilege to the gentle ladies over here.
Ladies are always why there is nothing called as ladies versus gentle ladies. But there is certainly two type of men, gentle and not so gentle, and hence this discrimination.
That's a very, very strict misogyny going on over there, but then I'm going to ignore that.
It's not misogyny, it's the opposite of misogyny which is going on.
Feminism, sorry. Yeah. That's a very strict
Yeah.
flavor of feminism there. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, go ahead, choose a side, heads or tails, for the choice of the topic.
We'll go with heads.
Yes, okay. Fortune favors the men. Okay. So, Shubham, what do we speak? Love then or now?
I think now.
You think?
Now.
Now, okay.
I think we can take that.
Okay. So we are taking love in this era. That is love now, which means the ladies are gonna speak about love in those times, in the past. Okay. So Shivani, I think it's time for the next toss. So again, I'm gonna give the chance to the ladies to choose who goes first. So Prachi, heads or tails?
Head.
Heads. Oh, okay. Who goes first, Prachi?
So you go first. You go
Arey,
first.
Chalo, fine. See, ladies being not so gentle. Now, I hand it over back to Shivani for continuing the debate.
Okay, so as per the request, I'm gonna brief about the speaking format again. So I don't think I'll have to share my screen for that. It's very simple. It's the classic debate style. So for the first 2 minutes, both the parties will lay their perspective on their side of the topic, and for the next 8 minutes, they will rebut. Okay, so there is no particular sequence. Okay, I will just make sure that both the parties get equal opportunity to rebuttal also. Okay, that will be taken care of. And for after the rebuttal, 2 minutes will be given for laying down the conclusion. So that's the format. Yogita, did that help?
Thank you, Shweta.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm set with the timer. Shubham bhai,
Yeah, brother.
all the best. Okay.
Okay, so
You or me?
You. I'll support you.
Okay.
okay, would both the teams like to take some 2 minutes to prepare on this?
Yeah.
Yeah. So take 2 minutes and prepare. After that, we can get started.
See, you can never be too prepared in love. So at least 2 minutes we can take.
Yeah, absolutely.
शुभम भाई गलत साइड चूज कर लिया भाई तुम.
We can switch it if you want. Because I am not getting anything to speak in favor of expression of love.
Is it? So you want to switch, Prachi?
I can switch, yeah.
I'll go with Sweetie. Sweetie, I hope you won't mind me joining your side.
No, even I don't have points, so I think you can lead. I'll back you up.
Okay, so Prachi
So,
goes first.
who's in which team? Wait. No.
And time is going on and we
So
Who's in
Shubham
which
and
team?
Prachi go first. Shubham and Prachi go first. Speaking on love in the times now, and I and Sweetie go second, defending love in the times then. Sorry, expression of love, not
Okay.
love. Expression of love then.
Go ahead, Shubham.
time starts restart.
So, okay, is it still the preparation time going on?
Yes.
Yeah,
Looks
need to
like-
restart.
Yeah. You'll have to restart after 10 seconds. Yeah.
Okay, time's up.
So there you go, Shubham. You have 2 minutes to lay down your perspective, and
Preparation ended somehow in discussion only.
मतलब समझा नहीं.
you, Shubham, or time you need more time to prepare, is it?
Yeah, and it went in discussion only. Time.
I'll
Hey,
start.
what,
Okay. I'll start. I'll start. Don't
Okay.
I'll start. In
All
the
the best.
meantime, I'll start, and Shubham, you can think in the meantime.
Yeah.
So this whole 2 minutes are mine, aren't they? Just
The whole 2
Yeah.
minutes is for your team. Like it's for you and Shubham both.
I think
Yeah.
Shivani, we can give 2 minutes for one person because it would be very short otherwise.
Okay, in that case, it's 4 minutes for laying down the perspective.
okay. Thank you. So love Ajkal, as we all have seen that movie, and it's not just about the movie because honestly I have not seen that movie. But what I believe, in my opinion, completely, the kind of expression, the kind of love that people do these days, it's not just about the kind of love that they do, but I also believe that the kind of expressions that they do in the love these days, the way, the methods that they use to express their love is much better than what used to happen in the earlier times. Earlier, people were never vocal about their feelings. They were never vocal about how much they don't believe in the fact that you care for a person, but you do not show it. And you have certain other ways of showing the care, and it's understood or implicit. Let me tell you, the times are gone when the care and love was implicit or was something to be understood. These days, if you really want to make somebody feel special, and I think our generation is very good at it, making the other person feel very special. They say that you may forget what a person says, you may forget what a person does, but you'll never forget how a person makes you feel. And for all that, you cannot just rely on something saying that, yeah, I love you, but I don't have any ways to show it to you. But then that is so these days, people are really vocal about their, which I think is beautiful in a lot of ways. Never even talk to each other, and these couples, they were treated as criminals. They were looked down upon. Society had a lot of pressure. People had a lot of pressure. They were not even allowed to hold hands in public. But now the times have changed, and I am loving the way that people are being open about their feelings. They are embracing each other. They're telling each other, and they're doing everything that it can to make the other person, their partner, feel special in the love. And I think that's beautiful.
Thank you so much, Prachi. The perspective is really strong, and I hope the opposition is already shaken by it. So let's see.
I hope that too.
Shubham, your 2 minutes start now, and you can go ahead.
So, supreme happiness of life consists in the convention of the love. So, I would start my point here. Social media online dating platforms also included nowadays. But anyhow, the expression of love is not changed. Means the people are expressing their love nowadays, and in earlier times, the restrictions, almost family restrictions, religion restrictions, most of the restrictions were there. They were not able to express their feelings. They were not open up. But nowadays, they are expressing their love. They are open to express their feelings to someone they want. But in earlier times, it was not. People are restricted with their families, like you can say uh, interreligion, intercaste marriages were not happening. They were not able to express their feelings if the person is from different religion. But nowadays they are able to. They are interreligion, intercaste marriages happening now, and they're expressing their love. Uh, uh, to feel to make someone feel special nowadays. These Valentine Days, 7 days, there means people express their love and make the special one feel some special, and they go to date and somewhere. But in earlier times, they were not able to. So the expression of love is, as per my perspective, is very good, and it's not unless the negative points, but the expression of love, it's good.
Thank you so much, Shubham. You have laid down some really strong points. So now let's see what the opposition has in store in order to counter this and lay down their strong perspective on their side of the topic. So Azhar, would you like to go first from your team?
Thank you so much. And I would also like to ask Sweetie, if I can go first.
Yes, Azhar, go ahead.
Love. Love. Where Kabir said, जो पढ़े 2.5 अक्षर प्यार के, पढ़े सो पंडित होए. Whoever reads the 2.5 words or 2.5 alphabets of this particular word can learn anything in this world. Now, I'm going to support that this concept of love, which was talked about Prachi as well as talked about by Shubham, I'm going to give you origin of all of these.
Azhar,
yeah.
Just a second. Can you start the timer? Like, time has already started, right?
Sorry. So I'm going to date it
See,
back.
this is so unfair. The organizers are not fair here. I would want to raise a concern. Go ahead.
The organizers are fair. That is why we have interrupted the debate.
Okay, out of love, I'm going to give you 5 seconds.
In the earlier style or the now style?
So I'm going to date back the feelings that you just talked of. If you wouldn't believe, the feelings that you talked of date back right in Greece, wherein Greece had 3 different words or 3 different philosophies behind love, which is phileo, which means describes friendship that is strengthened by shared experiences. Second is eros, which means sensual love that is stimulated by our senses. And third is agape, which is used to describe that pure love is unconditionally expressed as an act of the will. Now, believe me or not, I would definitely agree that the freedom that love had in those days was less. However, still surviving that kind of a attitude or that kind of a atmosphere into the society and still being capable of expressing love, because of which you and I were born, and today we exist after that love that was shared between by following all such principles. I think the expression of love lacks nowhere back then, and it somewhere lacks over here in now, because now I see the permanent ship, the long-term relationships have decreased and it has become very short-term. People have gotten fast-paced, and that is what I personally believe about love in today. Okay, so that's my point over here. So it's not new, it's all back then, which we have been following today.
Thank you, Azhar. That was very, very beautifully laid down. Now we have Sweetie to lay down her perspective on this side of the topic. And back Azhar.
Thank you, Shivani.
Moderator, I request you to tell my opponent over there to not do all these graphical public display of aggression during the debate.
As long as they are on mute, that's fine. As long as they are on mute, that's fine.
Okay.
Okay, sweetie. Yeah, you can go ahead and Azhar, start the timer.
Okay. Well, I very much support Azhar in this. Whatever he said, the expression of love was there even then. As an opponent did say that, these days people express their love through flowers and various other sort of things. But I think even then, that time it was there. Though it is not about the roses, probably it was Gajra that those days, or
Exactly.
probably it was Shairi. Right. And moreover, nowadays, I think expressing of love is more on posting the images on the social media platform saying that, hey, I'm dating this guy or I'm hanging out this. I mean, he or she gave me so much of gifts. I think that is the expression of love these days. And moreover, I think coming to an introvert, probably the society was introvert those days, but I'm sure they never hold it back in expressing it. And especially a person who is introvert, who is not able to express a love on the social media nowadays, are thought that they are not capable of loving anyone. Right. And also, I think those days the actions spoke more than what the words did, right? And even then when there was a fight in the current scenario, I think people easily switch off their phones, or they stop messaging people. They feel that okay, that's their right of expressing. But I don't think so. Unless until you speak out your differences, I think you cannot express your love or your anger and sort out things. Earlier, I think nowadays, I think people switch off, and that's how you see that a lot of breakup happens compared to the earlier days. People thought they could talk it out and sort out their issues, but nowadays a small fight can actually collapse a relationship. Yes, that's my point. Azhar, you want
Adding
to add
on,
something?
adding,
Yeah.
adding on for the next 15 seconds, it's written in Corinthians, right in Bible, which says that love never dies. Now, if when God doesn't fail to express the love, then how come are we failing back then? That's my point over here. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sweetie and Azhar. You have laid down your point really well. So on that note, after both the parties have laid down their side of the topic really well, we are moving into the round of rebuttal, where we will see both the teams contradicting or raising points against each other. Okay, so we'll start with team A. And in this round, I expect you to raise some straightforward and substantial points so that the other team gets to defend or answer to it. Okay, so please do
Yes.
not extend your perspective, or please do not add on to whatever you have already said in round one. Okay, so that's the only rule that you need to stick to in this round. So with that note, let's get started with the rebuttal round, and we can have team A starting to rebut.
Okay. I'd like to start. Shubham, is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, yes. So in the earlier times, like I would like to contradict to the couple of points that Azhar and Sweetie mentioned. Of course, they were very nice points, but something that I'd like to add on to is that a lot of times you say that in the earlier times they had their own ways of expressing love. Let me tell you, whatever I have observed, whatever I've seen in movies, the only way they used to express their love was they had their set of duties which they thought or maybe misunderstood as love. If the man of the family is earning the bread and butter for the family, it's providing a fair education to the children, that was considered as love. If the woman is doing all the household chores and is able to maintain the house and everything, that was considered as love. But honestly, that was not love, and that was a highly mistaken thing, and people always thought, I'm doing everything, I'm giving you everything that you want, how much else do you want me to love? Let me tell you, that wasn't.
Thank you, Prachi.
But
So,
here, just a second, Azhar. Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So that's where I believe that in earlier times, just producing kids and doing the household chores and being in the family was considered as love. It wasn't. It requires much more than that. And what is happening
I
now?
object, and I would like to question my. I would like to question my counterpart. Are you speaking of love or are you speaking of marriage? Because there is a very clear-cut difference between the two that you're seeing right there and there.
Speaking about the idea of love that they had in the
Because
earlier
I
times.
never saw Leila and Majnu giving each other bread and butter. I have never seen Shiri and
Never got a
Farhan.
chance to, because the society
Objection,
looked down
objection.
upon them
That's
so
good.
much
They did
that
not
the
get a chance.
society in
They
the
did not get a chance to
He
get
Raja,
married.
Laila, Majnu were in love,
society.
but they were not able to
Raj,
express
thank
their
you
love
so
due to
much.
family
Let
restrictions,
They,
finish
the
their
they
religion,
point.
or
did
the
not get a
caste.
chance. They did
Yeah,
not get a
they
chance
didn't
to
get
get
the chance to
married.
I
express their
request
love,
Team
but
A to please go on mute. Shubham and Prachi, you have laid down your point, and now
Yes.
we have Azhar and Sweetie to defend their side. Yes, please go
Yes.
ahead.
So I never see that Shiri and Farhan, or if I take Laila and Majnu, they express their loves, and that's why they are novels today. They are all literature. They are part of
They were
literature.
not allowed to
They
express
were not
their
allowed
love.
to. They
yeah,
were not
That is
they
the
allowed
were
whole
to.
in love.
point.
They were
Because
in
in
love, but
earlier
they were not
Again,
times,
allowed to
are we
express their
because
speaking,
love.
in
again, I'm going to reiterate my question. Are we speaking of the concept of the society allowing or the expression of love, or are we speaking upon the entire idea of expression of love? Because today I
as
see
a,
expression of love has gotten fancy. That's all.
it has
So
not got
that's
fun.
my point.
It has got exactly how it should have been. It's
Yeah.
not just about
Shubham, do you
giving the
have
gifts
anything
and
to
the
say
flowers
regarding
and
this?
So
Prachi,
Prachi,
you can give
yeah.
chance to your teammate. Shubham, do you have anything to say?
please.
Yeah, so as per Azhar's point, he Raja and Laila Majnu, they were in love, but they were not able to express their love. They were get killed if they tried to express their love. And restrictions and reputation of family matter that time.
They
They
did
were not able to
express
express
it.
their love due to the restriction and reputation.
Okay.
And if someone not in love and they get married, they have to
Thank you,
suffer the
Shubham.
whole life due to reputation of their family. They were not in love, but they get
You
married.
have made your perspective. Now, Sweetie, do you have anything to say about this?
Yeah, so when it comes to, I think, where Prachi said, I think, expressing of love, my question is, earlier, I think it is more of, I mean, nowadays, the people express their love to multiple partners, right? So what is it? Is it a love? Like, how can you express a love to 10 different partners, and then you still say that, hey, I love this person, and
No,
probably each time you
they have
increase
social
the
media.
intensity.
They have social
Yes.
media now, right? They do not do
I have
they do
an
not
answer to
do
this. If you
sending.
let me
They are
speak,
now
I
doing
have an answer to
broadcasting.
this.
It has
So,
gotten into broadcasting now.
Prachi, would you
That's
like
the
to
only
answer
difference.
the point raised by Team B?
Right. So Azhar has just kind of exposed that how he reaches out to people on broadcasting mode and telling everybody. So see, as
That's a
long as it's
personal
one
attack being
person,
done in a debate. I'm not gonna accept that.
so okay, jokes apart, but as long as it's a one person at a time thing, it's never written, it's not the thumb rule of the life that you can only fall in love with one person in your lifetime. You can always go ahead and fall in love with multiple people. And if I really don't want to go, and I'm not saying that multiple people at the same time, no, I'm absolutely against that idea. But people do have, they get divorced, their partners die,
That's
and they have all the
now,
rights to go ahead and
so
be with somebody else.
if
I
you
don't
give
have
me a
to.
chance, if you give me a chance,
A second,
yeah.
let me complete there. And I really don't want to go a lot philosophical there, but the whole idea of love is not what we are talking about here. The whole idea is to just of love philosophically is to just wish nothing but happiness and prosperity for the other soul,
Okay, thank you.
which
And
you can
that's
go ahead and love
Yes.
everybody. It's written in all the grunts and religious books and everything that you're supposed to love everyone.
Thank
Yeah,
you,
like
Prachi.
one more point.
Now,
Even
as a
Sweetie raised one
You're not
point.
letting me speak. This is not
A,
right.
Team A, you have got your opportunity to lay down your points. I request you both to please go on mute. And Sweetie and Azhar, you can please take your chance and
Yeah.
defend yourself.
So, Sweetie, I would like to add on for 30 or 40 seconds over here. I'm going to quote an incident from one of the prophets or one of the senior most Khalids from the back in Islam, from the Holy Quran, wherein Umar ibn al-Khattab said that, may Allah be pleased with the one who tries to stay with one person. And we do propagate the idea of marrying, having multiple marriages. I'm not talking about that. I'm rather talking about, does the world revolve around the idea of love, or does the whole world revolve around the idea of loving one person? If you're having that kind of a trust, I think the expression has been done. It has been done not only in the form of loving your significant other, but also loving the ones you have in your family, and also loving your parents, as well as loving your God. right? So idea of love is way beyond than just having a consensual marital affair. That is what I would like to surface at this point and hand it over to my partner. Sweetie.
Yes, and even those days, I think even in spite having a less communication, people did have a good understanding between them. They trusted each other. Like unlike now, where they have like communication is, I think it's over communication round. In spite that, I think there's so much of misunderstanding. Yeah,
That's
I
true.
think.
Over to you.
Thank you
Opposition.
so much, Steve.
So here
Shubham, you can continue.
Yeah, so here Azhar and Sweetie both are contradicting their point. Sweetie is saying that loving 10% at a time, and Azhar is saying that love is towards everyone. That's what I want to
Yes.
say. Love is towards everyone. You can love your mother, you can love your brother,
That's
you can
what.
love your father.
That's what.
You can love everyone. So loving 10 people at a time, 100 people at a time, no problem at all. You're loving, you're showing affection. It can possible that if you love someone that is in the opposite sex, like it can be a mother, it can be a sister. That's
Again,
not the point.
Shubham, I'm going to take 2 seconds. I'm not supporting any point. I'm saying that both the opinions were open back then.
Okay, thank you so much, both the teams. That was an amazing rebuttal. Thank you so much. I hope the audience had understood the points laid down and the contradictions made by both the teams. So now we are going to give 2 minutes to each team to make their conclusion. And in this round, you're going to be emphasizing on your points that you have laid in the first 2 rounds. Okay, please do not add on and just take a firm stand and appeal to the audience. Okay, so that you end up winning the debate. So that's going to be happening in the conclusion round. And Team A will start with the conclusion. So Prachi and Shubham, you can decide amongst yourself, and one of you can go first.
Shubham, do you want to go or?
Prachi, you can
Should I?
go ahead. You can.
Okay, thanks, Shubham.
Yeah, it's
So in
better to let them
conclusion,
not
of
see
course.
Okay. Hey guys,
So
I
in
know
conclusion to what I have spoken, what Shubham has contributed, I'd like to, of course, stick to the point that expression of love, the way of expressing of love, we did go detour the topic a little in the between. But we, as this generation, the now times, they are much better in expressing their love, be it to one person, be it to multiple people, that does not matter. Because as long as I support that it's one person at a time, it's completely fine to have multiple love partners as well. People do have it. There are polygamies also, forget multiple partners at different times. People are marrying same people. People are marrying multiple people. So I'm going to stick to my point that yes, expression of love in these times, in modern times, is much better than what used to happen in the earlier times. Earlier times, I understand people had more understanding and caring and whatnot, but that was not exactly love, because people never knew what it actually is to care about people, what it actually is to be vocal about it rather than just doing it. I can be loving a lot of people in this world, but if I don't express my love, it's of no use. And this does not mean that the introverts have no chance of being in love in that matter. They have their own ways, of course. If they are not very vocal on social media, does not mean that they are not vocal anywhere else. That is just a dumb person in that case. It's not an introvert. So here I would like to say that the way that people express their love these days is much needed. If you really want to strive or be in your relationship, if you want to make it special, different from what other people are doing, you'll have to be vocal about it. And that's what these days people are doing it. And I really appreciate it. I have learned this lesson very hard way. My grandmother, I never used to express my love to her, but now I regret when she's gone. So I think that in earlier times, I was never told that I can even go and say I love you to my parents, to my grandparents, to the people around, to my friends. But now that I know and I express it, I feel much better and content. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Prachi. That was an amazing conclusion to the stand that you have taken. So now, Team B, you can decide amongst yourself who would like to give the conclusion.
And let Sweetie go ahead.
No, I think Azhar, you can take it.
Okay.
I'm gonna take the side of the love back then, because love right now, you could use only one adjective that is good. It's good. Let me give you a few more adjectives about the love today. It's dilute. it gets diluted very soon. It's manipulative. You have so many social media platforms wherein anyone can manipulate it, any kind of relationship. Third, temporary. It's very temporary. People are adapting so much so to this fast-paced life that they've forgotten the idea of permanent. And lastly, it's lacking efforts. People are taking a very laid-back approach towards love, and this is what love today looks like. While I live in today, I still defend of the past because I take examples from the people from my religion. I take examples from people from my history. I take example from people from literature, because this literature is being read today, is being studied today, and is being exemplified in today's generation. That is what I feel when I speak of expression of love in today's life. Even I have had drastic measures. I did not know that I can express my set of love to many people that I am capable of understanding today. And I wish that we would have understood and given that freedom to the expression of love back then, because the expression did exist, the operation also exists. And going against that kind of an operation and still making it possible that they go and somehow make that pigeon fly with that one message to her house, that has to be accepted for. To make sure that that one message, that one postcard travels millions of distances just to express the love, that has to be accepted for. And even today, if you are talking, let me tell you, it's all the genetics that we have, and it's all the genetic information from the past that is showing the love today, right? So that's how I'm going to conclude, that it is the love back then that we are expressing now.
Thank you so much, Azhar. So we have witnessed a very fierce debate among both the teams, and that's how we come to an end to the first topic for today, that is expression of love then and now. Thank you so much to all four of you, Sweetie, Prachi, Azhar, and Shubham. Thank you so much for participating. Okay, so on that note, I'm gonna reveal the second topic for the day. Let me share my screen.
While she is setting up the screen, I would like to welcome distinguished Toastmaster Vanita, one of the leaders from Toastmasters who has made out time to come to WordScribe. Welcome, Vanita. And I would also like to welcome Ritik, who has been associated with WordScribe. I see SH, who is SH? I think Shubham himself. And yeah, these are the new people who have joined in late. Welcome. And I would encourage all of you to go ahead for the next topic. Back to you, Shivani.
Thank you so much, Azhar. So yeah. So the second topic for the day is the idea of live-in relationships and long-distance relationships. Okay, so that's the second topic for today. Okay, so can I have quick nominations for this topic?
Okay, Prachi is already.
We have Prachi again. Prachi is on roll today.
Habib had already nominated himself.
Okay, so Habib, Prachi, and can we have two others?
Come on, guys. It's an interesting topic.
Okay, so I would be going with living in relationships, I think. So I
Okay,
don't know.
Ritik wants to go for it. Okay, we have Ritik. Who else? Who else? One more person we can occupy.
Yeah, one more person.
Vanita, wanna give it a try?
What's the topic? I mean, should I choose between
the topic is idea of love in relationships, in live-in relationships versus long-distance relationships. Okay, so you need not worry. We are going to give 2 minutes informative before we start off, so you will have a very clear idea of the topic.
I do have a clear idea about the topic already.
Oh, lovely. So Vanita and Prachi. Okay. So Vanita, Prachi, Ritik, and Habib.
Habib, yeah.
Go ahead, Shivani.
Okay, so the topic is pretty straightforward and clear. It's the idea of live-in relationships and the long-distance relationships. So we already know that there's a lot of stigma around living relationships. and nowadays people are overcoming it, and it's becoming a new normal. And also, people still stick to the idea of long distance relationships. Both the models, I would say, have got their own advantages and disadvantages. So we'd like the participants to lay down their perspective and their stand, whether they support the idea of live-in relationship or they would like to stick to the idea of long distance relationship and take it slow. Okay, so we'd like the participants to lay down their perspectives on this. And with that note, I think Azhar, we can go ahead with the points.
Yeah, first we will have to decide the teams. So yes, are we going for ladies versus gentlemen, or are we pairing them up? Okay.
I'm on the side that supports live-in relationships, or whichever side that is.
Oh, okay.
And
Okay.
I would want to go on a side which supports long distance
So
relationships.
there you go. So I have Prachi versus Vanita, which gives me a guy on the other side and the guy on the other side. Come on. Habib?
Really confused, so put me anywhere.
Which one?
Really confused, so put me anywhere. is okay.
Okay, I'm gonna pair you up with Prachi then.
I think
Just to
Habib
make
is
this
more
sense.
of no relationship kind of a Bajrang Dal people.
Anybody just give me. No, he's not
Habib
voting.
is like, I belong to Bajrang Dal. I belong to Bajrang Dal.
No, I have stayed in both, and that's
Okay.
the reason why I don't know what to opt for.
Then you should be even
Awesome,
better
awesome.
in a better position to decide which one went for
Okay,
longer
I
time. You
see
can
the
go ahead
chemistry
for
over
that.
there. I see the chemistry. I'll pair up Prachi with Habib, and Ritik goes with Vanita over there. Hi, Ritik. Quick audio check. Yes.
For
So you're
me?
gonna go for live-in relationships.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah. Okay. So Shivani, I think we already have the sides chosen by the people themselves. So we'll just have a toss for who goes first. And I'm definitely gonna give this opportunity to Vanita to decide who goes first. So Vanita, heads or tails?
Oh, come on, really anything.
Come on.
Heads.
Formalities. Heads. Okay. Uh, it's a tails. So yep. Prachi, you get to decide who goes first.
As in,
As
this
in
is
who
for
goes first?
in
You
our
have
team.
already chosen the side.
Go for
No, not
Yeah,
within your team. Like out of the two teams, who goes first?
I'll like to give it to Vanita. Vanita, please go ahead and speak first.
Okay, so Vanita and
Ritik.
yeah, Vanita and Ritik go first, and they will be representing live-in relationships. And Habib and Prachi go second, and they will be representing long-distance relationships.
All right,
On the
but
best
very
to go,
new to
give
this
over to
debating.
Shivani.
Okay,
Yes,
just a quick confirmation. Are both the teams aware of the speaking format, or do you just
no,
know?
you will have to reiterate. You will have to reiterate.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. So the speaking format is pretty simple and classic. Okay, so both the teams will get 2 minutes each to lay down their perspective first, and then there'll be a round of rebuttal for 8 long minutes, after which both the teams will again get 2 minutes each to conclude their stand. Okay, so that's how the format goes. This time in rebuttal round, I'm going to be giving 1 minute each. Okay, so team A will get 1 minute to counter the team B's perspective, and then team B will have 1 minute to respond to it. Okay, so you will have to stick by the rules. The rebuttal will not happen like it happened last time. So yeah, we're going to stick to the 1 minute duration this time.
The moderator is learning today. Huh?
Yeah.
Okay. So 2 minutes each for laying down the perspective, 8 minutes of rebuttal, 1 minute switches, and lastly 2 minutes again to conclusion. All the best.
Okay.
I'm gonna
So
display the timer.
both the teams are clear on the speaking format. So I think we are good to get started. And yeah, you do have 2 minutes for preparation.
Yeah.
Okay, so both the teams get 2 minutes for preparing on the topic and jotting down their points.
I'm starting the time now.
till the time people
Yeah,
prepare.
so you can share your screen.
I'll inform when it is 1 minute left. I'm running something parallel.
Okay.
Till the time the team prepare, there is a small, I can say, a shairi or something from Yogita in the chat window.
Oh, Yogita says, पास क्या दूर क्या तू तो मेरे दिल में है, कितना दूर जाएगा कितना पास आएगा, रहेगा तो मेरे दिल में ही. Thank you for that shairi.
Someone said that. I thought I'm unable to send that messages.
No, we noticed. Okay, 1 minute left, guys. Thirty seconds left. Ten seconds left. Time's up.
All right, I guess both the teams have braced up for a very fierce debate. After witnessing the first topic, we have set the bar really high. So with that, we are moving into the second round. Okay, so team A, Vanita's team, get to start. So both of you, Vanita and Hrithik, you can decide amongst each other as to who wants to go first. Okay, both of you will be getting 2 minutes each. Vanita and Hrithik will be getting 2 minutes each to lay down the points. Okay.
What do you think, Anita? You're going or not?
I'm okay with anything.
Oh, okay. Then you go first. I'll just back you up.
Okay, sure. All right. I remember my most favorite shopping experience is with Shoppers Stop. The only reason they are return policy within 7 working days. No, I'm sorry, I was okay to start, right?
Yeah, Vanita, you can start now.
Okay. I remember my favorite shopping experience at Shoppers Stop. One of the highlights of shopping there has been how the return policy has been unmatchable. I could actually give back stuff that I did not like within 7 working days. Live-in relationships is pretty much that. Imagine you had that comfort of going back on something just if it's not comfortable enough for you. Something did not suit. It did not fit you very well. You're not in really the mood, but you have no qualms whatsoever to return stuff that did not suit you. For me, the live-in relationship is just one idea where you can test and try everything that you need to do before you finally take the plunge. Now, marriage, everyone thinks is just love, but marriage is not about love. Marriage is a whole lot of different things that come together in having two individuals live, for they are happily ever after. And a live-in relationship gives you an opportunity. We are talking everyday operational hazards here. The everyday cooking, the cleaning, how do you manage financial, finances between the two of you? Is it possible for us to actually be compatible and live all through our lives? Now, relationships could very well be the norm because everything today's life has a hidden trial. We try and test so many things. If only we were to have a live-in relationship sounding okay to the society, we have so many relationships that will not go kaput halfway through and actually end up in great marriages simply because you know what you're getting into. A lot of time divorces happen because we are not sure of how love can turn into marriage, and marriage is a whole different ball game. So with that said, definitely up for live-in relationships.
That was amazing,
That was
Vanita.
cool.
The
Yeah.
perspective that you laid was so crystal clear. I suppose the opposition has to think of some really good points in order to counter that. Good job done. Okay, so we have Hrithik with 2 minutes to lay down the perspective on the side same as Vanita. Go ahead, Hrithik.
Okay. So basically, from my perspective and my notion towards a relationship, I think physical existence or presence of the partner is quite reasonable, and it's something that we need as a partner, because at the moment, the time we live in, everything is quite fast paced, and we just get ourselves exhausted throughout the day. And at the end, if we just go to a home and we find a partner there, we can just hold their hands and just spend a couple of time, which would, rejuvenate our mind, and it would be a cozy time, right? So if I was in a long distance relationship, I won't be having that basic thing that I would be seeking. And the only thing that I would be able to do is that I would be talking through the phone. That would be a virtual existence or communication. But what I seek for is the physical or the real time presence. And that would really help a lot, because people at the moment are really depressed, and a lot of things happen in our life, in our day-to-day life, which could literally tear us down. So I think if our partner is right there beside us, that would be too much beneficial for our mental state as well as the connection that we are seeking for. So also, what I personally think is that previously, when people used to go to the war and whatever, the kings, and after they just spend the time like 2 to 3 months battling in the war on the battleground, so when they used to come back, it is quite shown that their wives are literally waiting for them in despair, and the first thing when the kings arrives back at their kingdom, the first thing they used to do was make love. So it is quite visible that physical existence is quite required. So that's why I would be sticking with this perspective.
That was amazing, Pratik. Your perspective and the points laid down by you just grounded the perspective laid down by your teammate even better. So good job by both of you there. So now we have Team B for laying down their perspective, and each of you get 2 minutes each. Okay, Prachi and Habib. So you can decide amongst one another who wants to go first.
Habib, do you want to?
Prachi, you go first.
Okay.
All right. So Prachi, your 2 minutes start now. You can go ahead.
Thank you.
Can you start the timer?
Yes. I, just like Habib, have been in both kind of relationships. One was a purely long distance relationship, even though we were in the same city, but we moved out later. And then I had the same city, same office, same building kind of a relationship, almost a live-in relationship. And needless to say that the one, which was a long distance one, it went on for around 8 to 9 years. And the one then when I was in a live-in kind of a relationship, it went on for only not even I think it just went on for a year and a half or so. Now, the point is not this. Point is not how which relationship went long does not really mean that how good it was. But what I want to say is that in live-in relationship, of course, when you can feel the intimacy and you can feel the presence of your partner, but you also tend to notice even the smallest of the things that which you might even ignore when you are in long distance relationships. In long distance relationships, you'll always see that freshness, that eagerness to meet each other. And when you do, believe me, by that time when you see that person, you already know that how limited time you have, and you tend to forget all the past mistakes and all the past grudges that you have. You just cling on each other, you hug each other till the time you really embrace that time, and the time that you're spending is just magical. When in live-in relationships, of course, things do get to become monotonous after a certain point in time. You get to see the same faces every day, day in and day out. There's nothing much to explore after a certain time. But in long distance relationship, you embrace that weight, you embrace the freshness, you embrace that eagerness that you have, that you see your partner, you make plans, you go on trips, and you forget just there in the moment when you are with him or her. So I think that's
Thank
my
you
point.
so much, Prachi. An amazing job done there. I would not judge the correctness of your point here, but I would definitely say that you were so damn relatable. You were really relatable. So very good job done on that part. Okay, Kritik. Oh, sorry, Habib.
Habib.
Yeah, Habib, you get your 2 minutes now to add on to your team members' point and lay down your perspective. So your 2 minutes start now.
Yes, as I've been in both long and live-in relationships, I'd like to stress upon one point, that is and availability of a person. If I get to have a popcorn once in a day, I'd definitely love to have a choice of going for certain flavor of a popcorn or something. And then after I'm getting the popcorn for every day, I tend to get a little bored of it. And just because I'm human. And stressing on availability point once again, yes, if you are too much available in a living relationship, what does tend to happen is, as Prachi probably put it out, that you start to tend to observe too much of the slightest of nooks and things in the other partners, our significant other. And what it leads to is then a call for solving those debates. And in process of solving those debates, you kind of tend to spend too much time. So the time where you wanted to basically hug and cuddle does usually end up going into making settling each other's differences, which you don't even know, because as somebody just said, that you might just want to return the stuff that did not suit you. So if the stuff that did not suit you, why do you treat people like things like not everything in life is on trials. There are some inner work that a human needs to do so that they can sustain their long distance relationship on a longer time. So yes, two complete people know that they can stay one and one, two, even they are sitting in different numeric positions of their life. And if there are two people who are coming as decimal points, they do want to add up, but they see that they don't become one. That's my point.
Thank you so much, Habib. You have done a really amazing job in supporting your partner, and we had two experienced people talking and raising points there. So yes, that was as awesome as expected. So before moving into the rebuttal round, we have a voting link for the debate that was done before this one. Okay, so that's put in the chat window by Azhar. We'd like you to spend a moment, go there and please cast your vote. Okay, so the link is for the first debate. Okay, so cast your vote for the team that you like the best. Okay, can we close the?
Good, only 4 responses. We can resume. We can resume. Thank you. I've got the majority now.
Okay. Thank you, everybody. So with that note, we are going to be moving into the rebuttal round. Okay, so rebuttal is going to last for 8 minutes long. Team A is going to start, and Team A will get 1 minute to counter the perspective laid by Team B. And then Team B will get 1 minute to answer in their defense. So the pattern will go on for 8 minutes. Are we clear? A thumbs up by both the teams? Okay, thank you so much. So with that note, we are going to start. Vanita and Kritik, we are going to start with you. So you get exactly 1 minute to counter the perspective of Team A. So please don't tend to add anything extra that you have already laid down in the perspective. Please don't add anything extra. Just emphasize and question the other party's perspective.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Anita, can you go for Habib and I would be going for Prachi? So what?
Yeah, you go first.
Okay, perfect. So basically, as Prachi, you said in your ideology or contention, I think it was quite vague because the thing they said about monotonous, like you see the same faces for every day, then I think you really shouldn't be supporting monogamy. And that's quite contradicting. So, at the first place, if you think that you are being uncomfortable about noticing the minute details or the things that could trigger you, and first of all, let's just clear all this. You said that you had been in a long distance relationship for 9 years. What if after 9 years you ultimately come in a close live-in relationship, and then you tend to see the minute details that you get triggered by, and at the end it would be a complete disaster for you? Because I know ignorance is bliss, but you cannot ignore if you want to be in a monogamy with a person for a longer period of time. You have to see through every minute details of them, and then you have to
Okay.
decide whether you have to live with them or not.
Thank you so much, Ritik. Prachi, you get exactly 1 minute to answer in your defense.
Yes. Thank you so much, Ritik, for that. And in my defense, I'd like to say that when people are in a long I was here, what I wanted to talk about was the exact term. What I wanted to talk about was space. Now, when two people are in live-in relationship, they tend to become each other's world for everything. They tend to become a lot restrictive about each other. They don't give the required space to the person because it's all about them. They see each other in the workplace, house, everywhere. But whereas when you are in a long distance relationship, you deal with your much related space, which lets you think about each other in a better way. And I think that lets you even conceptualize on a lot of things. You always need a me time, which is much more possible in a long distance relationship versus live-in relationship. That's what I wanted to stress more on. It has got nothing to do with monogamy. That's a whole different concept, of course. That's not what we are talking about here.
All right. Thank you so much, Prachi. So before we move ahead, can we have a quick nomination for Vanita's, please? Because she had an urgent meeting and had to leave.
So Vanita was representing live-in relationships. If anyone who would like to support live-in relationships and can give the rebuttal, anyone who wants to take it up? Nikhila? Who is that?
I don't know. You're not.
Okay, I think you're not audible properly. Okay, we are losing your voice, Ritik. Okay, Sweetie, you want to get in? Saurabha? Saurabha, want to get in? So just to give you a backdrop, Vanita was representing live-in relationships, and right now rebuttals are going on. So if you would like to take the risk. Hello? Am I audible?
Yes, Azar, you're on.
Okay, fine. I think then we can go ahead with it.
Okay, Nikhila, would you like to give it a try?
Okay, no problem, Saurabha. Nikhila, would you like to give it a try? I am keeping myself away a bit so that I give a chance to others. Zeba, would you like to give it a try? Okay.
Would you like to give it a try?
Okay, I'm gonna replace Vanita then. Yeah.
Okay, we have Kabir. Kabir, would you like to go?
Oh, yes, Kabir.
Pritika.
Pritika, Kabir, come on.
Kabir
Would love to listen.
Pritika.
Kabir left. Kabir left. Pritika has also left. Okay, so it leaves me back. Shivani, would you like to? I'll moderate it.
Shivani, you can go ahead.
Yeah, Shivani, go for it. I'll moderate it.
Okay, fine.
You'll be replacing Vanita.
Okay.
And your time starts now.
Okay. Okay, so I'd like to say that live-in relationships, there's a lot of stigma around live-in relationships, but to be honest, they give a real chance to get to know a person inside out, which is what is very important to spend the rest of the life. Okay, it's not about what differences you notice or how used to you get to the person, but it's about how you accept that person. Once you live with the person, once you understand the person, once you spend most of the time, that's when you tend to accept the person. Just because you get bored or just because you are too used to what the person does and how the person looks, you just cannot avoid or just fall out of love like that. So live-in relationship is good according to me, and the stigma around it should come to an end. That's all from my
Thank
side.
you. Thank you so much, Shivani. So Shivani, thank you for that 1 minute of clarification. So now I'm going to redirect to Habib to take it ahead. So Habib, over to you.
Agreeing to whatever you said that a living or relationship facilitates, but the question still remains. It only gives you 7 days of trial time. Anything that's been thrown at you, too much information at once, does tend to overwhelm you in short, and that in turn is what debate is about. It's a living relationship versus a long distance relationship. Negating the distance as time here, we can consider that yes, the latter one, that's the long distance relationship, is long, but then that's the time one relationship needs to marinate itself so that two human beings understand each other to be able to reach a point where they can live in together and accept the differences later on, because they've already sorted it out. They both are busy in their own lives and not just clinging on to each other and posting stuff on Instagram just because they have the availability to.
Thank you so much, Habib. And I love the way you correlate everything to cooking. Marinating love. I would have never gotten that perspective. Thank you for adding on to that perspective. Now I'm going to throw it back to Ritik. So Ritik, it's your 1 minute now.
I think if I propose someone and I would be directly in living with them in a living relationship, I think I would have been live for about I don't know, 7 to 8 months with 6 women. And I just don't think that we just get into a living relationship right after proposing, right? So living relationship also requires time, and that is around, I don't know, time is not the basic constraint for everything. It's quite hypothetical. It depends upon person, individual. And if you are really thinking that you would require a large period of time, that would be sufficient enough for you to just open up. I completely just agree on the fact that you said that if so much information is thrown at you at once, people get traumatized or they are not able to contemplate what is going on. But the thing is that complete exposure is also something, and that would be beneficial for the future of that couple or relationship.
Thank you so much, Ritik, for telling us if information overflow is hazardous, then underflow is also hazardous. So lack of information is also hazardous. So striking that balance over there. Nice way to defend that. Now I'm going to go back to Prachi to let her defend her point.
See, I think this is the whole problem. Too much of information over there, it definitely spoils the relationship at first. I am not saying that it's not required. Of course, after some time, we do anyway know each other's inside out. But then right at the start, it might traumatize people. And although it's a very famous quote saying that in a long distance relationship all four of them stay happy, but that's not the case, for sure not the case with everybody. It also can happen in live-in relationships too, because there people, they just freak out. They are very excited at first to stay, and then just right after moving in they are like, no, probably not what they were looking for. Needed more. You decide where do you want. I'm not against those kind of live-in relationships, but what I believe is that long distance relationships, they last more because they are built on the trust. They are
Thank
built
you.
completely on trust.
Thank you so much, and thank you for bringing in a very important factor of trust when it comes to relationships. I think that is going to actually help the other person who's going to continue. So Shivani, over to you.
Okay, so live-in relationship is not about a lot of information. It is just about getting aware of each other, understanding each other, and then even if it's ending some or the other way, you know why it is ending. You know a concrete reason as to why things are not working out for you. Whereas in long distance relationship, you might end up breaking up with each other just because of endless wait or endless confusion or miscommunication, misunderstanding, or just blind trust. Okay, long distance relationships can lead to blind trust, whereas when you're staying together, you know concrete reasons as to why things are happening certain way in your relationships. So see, even if you end up breaking up or you end up staying together, you have a closure, you have a why associated to everything that is happening. That will clear a lot of stuff from your mind, and yes, it will make you accept whatever it is. So, yeah.
Thank you for the brand new perspective of rather than speaking only for existing, but also for the closure. So thank you for adding on to that, Shivani. Now I'm going to give the last minute, I think. Yeah, the last minute to Habib for his defense. Habib?
Very good point brought up. Trust and closure, both of these things are should be happening in when a relationship ends. But then speaking of the end, if it's considering the rate at which many living relationships fail after some time, then there's also too much of baggage that is left, because you know all the exact reasons where you were impacted. So there are many memories that you wanting to hold on to, which in case of long distance relationship, it's better out of sight, out of mind. But when you have spent each and moment, every moment, you just end up being the promo for this debate, which is Kabir Singh, who just cannot move on. And he's just stuck in you might name a dog named Preeti, and because you've lived in together, and there are many memories that you have to forget. You just cannot. And just give me a cigarette because I want to forget that. So yeah.
This was absolute pure bliss of a minute to listen to that perspective over long distance relationship versus live-in relationship. Thank you so much, Habib. And that brings us to the last segment, wherein we are going to now enter into the conclusion part, wherein both the teams. Am I audible?
Yes, Azar, you're audible.
So now both the teams get 2 minutes each to conclude. You plan accordingly when to speak. I would, since Habib has already spoken, I will give the chance now to Shivani and Hrithik to go first for 2 minutes.
Okay, Hrithik, would you like to take the first minute?
I think there's a bit of interruption in my internet connection, and Shivani would be going to.
Okay, fine. All right, so I would like to conclude that, see, the impact of a relationship cannot be generalized like that. Okay, long distance relationship can also have some serious impacts and create some serious baggage for the couple. It cannot be generalized that it's only live-in relationship that, you know, leaves you with a lot of baggage and memories. It can happen with the long distance relationship as well. But live-in relationship is a good opportunity to be more practical, be more you're experiencing a lot when you are living with a person together. It allows you to understand the psychology of the person that you want to spend your rest of your life with in a better manner. You actually get a feel, you get a view of how your rest of your life is going to be. Whereas in long distance relationship, it's all imagination, it's all going on in your head. but you don't know whether it's going to happen that way or not. So live-in relationships are not in practice just because of the stigma that is associated with it, and the assumptions that it might lead to baggage, and that it might make the people get bored of each other soon. These things should be rid of, and a positive attempt should be made towards knowing a person, accepting a person, and understanding a person. All these things are very much facilitated by live-in relationships. That's where they have stronger point over the long distance relationship, which just lead to illusions. So live-in relationships should be accepted by people like us. We are the new generation. We should understand what is what, and we should accept it and understand it and think the positives of it and move ahead with it. That's all from my side.
Thank you so much, Shivani. The 4 things that I could catch out of your conclusion are understanding, visioning, acceptance, and being realistic when it comes to live-in relationships. And now I'm going to give the stage of 2 minutes to Habib and Prachi, and let them decide upon 1 minute each to defend their side.
Prachi can take the first minute, I'll go as the second.
Awesome. So Prachi goes for the first minute, and then Habib follows up. So your time starts now, Prachi.
Thank you. So my conclusion, I of course would like to stick to the point that I said. Long distance relationships, of course, have, as Shivani mentioned, both of them have their own pros and cons. But long distance relationship really gives a lot of time there for people to, it's not just that being in a live-in relationship, you get to know each other better and you get to know the compatibility. No, it happens the other way as well. And the bonus you get is you get some time for yourself, you get that freshness, you get that eagerness to meet each other. You tend to overlook a lot of mistakes that the other person does, and which give a lot of time to you and your relationship, which you can continue forever, because that's where also you get to know a lot of you get to know each other, you get to be with each other, but with in a much more matured way, I'll say. And as Habib also mentioned, that it gives time to marinate the relationship, and which is where I believe long distance relationships are better than live-in relationships. Habib.
We reset it to 1 minute, I'll start probably. Okay, so when I spoke the impacts, and since how they cannot be generalized, I was exactly trying to speak of impacts and how big of an impact it is. As I said, that if you have a first-hand experience of things, then you know how it is burning, how to touch a burning candle, and to be informed that how it feels is something of a different. I'll boil it back down to my first point, which is when two complete people, that is when one and one stay together apart, they still know that they are going to match up to two. But then when two decimals come up to multiply into one, they still kind of end up somewhere not becoming two, and somewhere lesser than that. That is again coming back to buying online shopping. Having a body will give you the fit. You can just go and trust the long distance relationship in a way that you're going to get, and it's going to fit you right. But if you're not in a perfect body shape and not marinated properly, good food, then you're going to definitely end up into the long-term consequences of wanting to return after 7 days, because it doesn't fit you.
Thank you.
Guys, can I have
Yes,
half of a minute, because I was having some internet problem.
Sure, Ritik, go ahead.
Yeah.
I give you.
So basically,
give you a minute.
Sure. Thank you. Thanks so much. So basically, I would conclude with the point that I think physical presence and existence of a person is really much needed at this moment in the 20th century, because everything is moving so fast and we are being broken down at every single point. So if there's someone to help us right beside us, it would be quite beneficial. And the second thing about the privacy can be breached in a long-term relationship too, because I used to be in a long-distance relationship and I used to receive call every hour. So it certainly depends upon the person to person whether they are providing the other person the privacy that they require or not. So it all comes to the point about discussion. Everything should be discussed at the moment, and then it should be worked out further. And the second thing that I forgot. Dang.
It's okay.
I think, one more thing, the last thing. I don't think that if there's an idiosyncrasy of a person which is actually triggering you, and it would require 6 months to just find that out, and at the end, ultimately, you just break up with that person. I think that 6 months was a waste of time, because at the moment, our average lifespan is around 60 years. And if you just consider the fact that you take an average of 6 months per person to find out whether he's suitable for you, I don't think you won't be having that much time. By then, you want to get married. So, yeah.
Start soon.
Thank you so much, Ritik, and thank you so much, guys, for your lovely perspectives. We have had a gala time, and this is exactly what Words Crack. Yes,
I maybe in the voting link you might have messed up the teams and the topics.
Is it okay? Let me just check. Okay, I put the wrong sides on the wrong place. Okay, I'm just gonna make the change. So while I'm making the change, thank you so much for your vivid perspectives. And definitely it was one of the visions for Words Crack to definitely get this kind of a response, and also to be open to vivid perspectives towards these two amazing topics. I would like to thank Kabir for helping us decide upon the topic, and Shivani for helping us into moderating this Valentine's debate into such an awesome way. And congratulate each and everyone, and let me hear a round of applause for all the participants who put in their perspectives, because you've done an amazing job, guys. Let me see a virtual round of applause for all the participants. Awesome. With that note, the voting, I've seen only 4 votes. Others, if you can also go ahead and vote for the people you feel have done better, it would be amazing. Perfect. So that gives me a very clear-cut idea of who has spoken better. Thank you so much for your responses. And I'm going to take a couple of minutes to construct the certificates while I hand it back to Shivani to let us know how did she feel being the moderator for today's debate. Give me 2 minutes.
It was an amazing experience. Like every week, I had an amazing time with Words Crack this Saturday also. It was good to know different perspectives, and yeah, it just keeps us on toes. Debating always keeps us on toes, and it was a great experience. I would like to hear it from the guests.
Mentioned the opposite.
Pardon? Yes, Prachi, you were saying something.
I think she was saying about the teams on the voting link. I think so.
I've put Vanita and Ritik with Shivani, and Prachi and Abir over one side.
And second, after you changed it, for fine, I think.
I made it Vanita, Shivani, and Ritik, because all 3 of them had given a try. So live-in relationships were talked by Vanita and Ritik, right? And long distance relationships were talked by Prachi and Abir. So that's exactly what that is. Thank you so much. The voting lines are closed for now. I've got the votes. Thank you everyone. And I have the results ready. I need 1 more minute. So Shivani, perhaps you can continue and confirm.
Yeah, I'd just like to hear it from our guests who have joined our meeting for the first time. Nikhila, Zeba, Sweetie. I think Sweetie has joined us before as well. So Nikhila and Zeba, would you like to say something about the meeting? How was your experience?
Nikhila here, and I like all the way they presented their perspectives. So debating is wonderful. I like whole thing here. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Nikhila. Okay, Zeba, do you have anything for us? Okay.
She's into another parallel call.
Okay. No problem.
Thank you.
So
Thank you
we
so much.
organize meetings like this every week, and we try to come up with really interesting and informative topics and innovative styles, so that every week is, giving us something new. So keep joining us and make this more fun just with your presence and with your participation. Thank you so much for joining in today.
Thank you so much. And I'm just filling up the certificates. Just give me, I need another minute. So any guest who would like to, any other guest who would like to express themselves, please go ahead.
I'd like to note down a point when the expression of love point was being discussed. Is when I thought that this conversation could have been brought in where the mistaken idea of expressing of love in then and now could also have been discussed, which is because of the tech today, the mistaken expression for love could be uploading your excess nudes somewhere or something, because the technology.
That's true. The cyberbullying.
Yeah, but in the prior times, that was not a way, but there was some or the other way as well, which was exposing your ex to lesser people rather than the whole world for tomorrow.
That's true. That's true. The exposure after the closure. That's true. That was one perspective that was missed out.
Yeah, because that comes out of mistaken expression of love. That's Junoon. The love is not reciprocated.
Okay, lovely. Thank you for pointing it out. With that note, the results are ready. I'm gonna turn on my slideshow mode and also share my screen and make the big announcement for the meeting number 7 for the stars of today's debates. Thank you. First of all, before I reveal the results, one thing is for sure, that all of you have been amazing when it comes to expressing yourself, and all of you are indeed winners, and it gives me immense pride. It actually gives me immense pride that I see people who are open to discussing things, who are open to facing arguments, and then eventually getting their point of view surfaced up. That itself proves that all of us are winners at the end of the day. While the formalities do suggest that we declare the winners for today's meeting. So starting off with the first debate, which was held between the expression of love back and then, and the winners for this particular debate are, it's expression of love back then. That means I, along with my partner, Sweetie, have won the first debate. So congratulations, Sweetie, and congratulations to me as well. Let me have a round of applause for myself. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. And congratulations, Sweetie. I love the way you have put in the points for a very uncomfortable topic for you as well. Okay, so while that was the first debate, the informative about this debate as well. And Shivani, you've been a lovely person to uphold this moderation. The next one was a debate which saw live-in relationships versus long distance relationships, and with amazing perspectives and breakthrough visions that I got from the debate. I am proud to declare the winners for the second debate, who are none other than Habib Khan along with Prachi Awasthi for the second debate, that is long distance relationships. Congratulations to Prachi as well as Habib for getting us such amazing points. And thank you, Vanita, for giving an amazing pitch perfect perspective session, because I'm going to use this whenever I'm going to educate people on how to give a perspective as solid as yours, where you correlated it amazingly. Thank you so much, everyone. And that brings us to the end of yet another amazing debate session conducted by WordsCrec. I hope that the topics as well as the format that we had has added some kind of value to each and everyone who made out time and attended this meeting. My heart goes out on before Valentine's Day to the organizers who have been the people behind the curtains, who are meeting up during the weekdays, brainstorming and coming up with such fascinating ideas. Thank you so much to all the organizers. Along with that, thank you, moderator Shivani. You've done an amazing job. And yes, keep supporting us. Visit us on our social media websites. We are on YouTube. We are on Instagram, Facebook, as well as WhatsApp. You can note down the number, reach out to us. Feel free to reach out to us or write us a mail if you want to be a part of WordScreg altogether. For now, this is a club open for everyone. But very soon we are going to envision something that takes it international and also have an international crowd. But none of this is possible without your support. Thank you so much for attending. And that's it from today's session of WordScreg. Have a great day ahead.
Thanks for organizing this, Azhar
Thank
and
you.
team.